Hello my friends and welcome to episode 24 of our Football Manager 2019 Let's Play with Rangers. Since the last episode where we beat Aberdeen 2-0, we've went unbeaten with just a draw to have. We've actually come back slightly later than planned though, because Celtic had already won the league by the time that we played them. They didn't drop a single point other than the last two games themselves, so we were too far behind. So at that point I made a decision, went, it's not really a worthwhile game. We've had a lot of Celtic and Aberdeen recently. Let's not do a double header. Let's just jump to the Scottish Cup final. It's against Celtic as well. So we beat Hamilton 3-0. Bashiri, Mackay and Casey Palmer all on the score sheet in that game. And then we played Kilmarnock, and I mind when I said that I hadn't scored on a corner in however long. Never changed my corner tactic. And 3-1 game. McCrory with a goal, Rob Holding with a brace, Jordan Jones with one, and Armin Dejerlik with one as well. We then played St Johnstone and we won 3-0, but goals from Borna Barisic with a penalty, John Hughes and Rocky Bushiri again, before we beat Hibs 5-1. Casey Palmer and McCrory scoring before Hibs pulled one back. Alexander Isaac with a 7-minute hat-trick to complete off the scoring. We then drew 2-0 against Celtic. Tom Rogic played as a lone striker for them. He scored early on and then scored a penalty before Manor Solomon equalised to the first goal, and Barisic took a penalty, got it saved, but scored the rebound to get us a point at Parkhead. I mean, they've only beat us once this season and yet they won the league by 6 points. And then we played Aberdeen in the last game. We finished the game with 10 men, all the goals in the first 10 minutes. Ben Mackey, who I did try and sign again, got a bid accepted this time, which was a fair price, only for him to turn down the contract over a 10% wage rise. Really frustrating, but I refused to pay that 10% wage rise. Still interested in getting him, so I'm going to try again in the summer. That left the league finishing off with us in second place. Just click to stages and league table. We finished on 92 points, which is the exact amount that we won the league with last year. If you have a look at the league last year, 92 points, 61 goals, 8-5-4, 24 against. That was with 8 draws and 2 defeats, whereas this year it's been 5 draws and 4 defeats, 84 goals and 26 against this time, so slightly worse defence, slightly better attack, but equal in measure. Celtic though, way ahead. They found an extra 14 points this season, and unfortunately for us we're just too strong in the end against the smaller teams where we dropped the points. As much as we were able to take 7 points away from Celtic over the course of the 4 league games. Did beat them in the League Cup final. Today is the Scottish Cup final. We're going to get straight into that now. So we come into this Cup final needing a win for the double, which would be a fairly good end to the season. Celtic have all these loan players, and now that they've won the league are now going out trying to buy them. I've seen bids in for Spinoza, who's on the bench, Vicino, Sanchez, Barkley, Dennis Suarez contract's up, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bid in there somewhere as well. So my hope was that this Celtic team would break up, but I genuinely think that they might keep at least a couple of the players. Our team though, however, we've got Robbie McCrory in goal, James Tavernier and Rob Holding, Katic and Barisic rounding off the defence. Robbie McCrory's played all the cup games, so I'm giving him this one regardless of result. I think it's the right choice to do. Ross McCrory in the holding role with Jadis and Palmer ahead of him. Antonio Marin in because Jordan Jones is injured, which means Barry Mackay makes the bench. Manor Solomon, who is absolutely excellent, signed a new contract, as well as Ross McCrory, and Alexander Isaac leads his line for his last game for the club. I did have a bid for a striker accepted, unfortunately failed to work permit, so the striker I was going for didn't quite work out. So we're now going into this game with the hope that we can win it, knowing kind of what our transfer business is going to be. We're looking for a right back because Tavernier's starting to fall off the pace a little bit. We're looking for probably a couple of holding midfielders just to give us more options in that area, and I kind of do want to put McCrory back into defence, but at the same time we've got Holding and Goldson for that ball playing role, as well as a couple of other guys who can step in if need be, so I'm not really too sure what we're going to do with that. McCrory does clear this one, and Isaac against 2 of them. He's gone around the first and plays it back to Manor Solomon, who has a load of them around him. But he cleverly plays it back to Borna Barisic, and it goes Isaac off the post. And it just doesn't fall for the 1 or 2 blue shirts that are in the area. So we need holding midfielders. We probably need a playmaker as well, but Casey Palmer signed on for another year. I finally made that decision and renewed his loan. Same deal as this year as well, which is fairly helpful. And we need a striker because Isaac's going away because I don't feel he's good enough. He's had a strong end to the season, but overall, over the course of this season, I've not been impressed enough with him to renew. Otherwise, I think we're fairly good. Maybe it's a couple of loan signings in places, but I don't see many. Certainly winger-wise, I don't see any permanence. Left-back-wise, unless we lose Barisic, that would be the only thing there. And midfielder-wise, other than maybe just including the strength and depth a little bit, particularly with Arfield's age, I'm fairly happy with. So again, I don't see much money being spent there. So it's kind of just a couple of bits and bobs here and there. We've got the goalkeeper sorted out. We've got a backup goalkeeper coming in as well. So we've got the option of loaning out Robbie. Again, I'll go into more detail with that. But basically, goalkeeper sorted out. It's still sort of the rest of the positions that we're going to be working on. Going for the rest of this season. I need to know how much transfer budget. I've not had a transfer budget off the board yet. Usually you get that once the sort of league decided, but they've not gave me one, so I don't really know what I'm working with, and I don't want to spend too much money and then them go, actually, we're not giving you anything now because you've spent that. It's Katic with a big header, good save from Lovakovic, comes out only as far as Antonio Marin, can he get it in? Crunching tackles everywhere from Celtic players to stop the Croat getting the ball in the box there. This has been the tightest Old Firm game I remember seeing this season. No, I can't remember one that's gone this long without a goal. Jadis, if he can get on his left foot, he's got a chance here, but he's not been able to do it. But that's a lovely ball once it gets on his left foot for Barisic, and it goes Denswell, only man there to clear, and almost like a panic clearance there to give away the throw in under no real pressure. So I am fairly happy with the way this team is building. Homegrown players will get a bit of extra priority because, believe me, they struggled with that in the Champions League. We're going to bring Jadis off. Casey Palmer slightly more tired, but I want fresh legs in the midfield. And Casey Palmer's just so good for me recently. The last sort of 6 months of this season, he has been phenomenal since I sort of let him break into the team. Why are we not letting me make subs? Thank you. We'll bring on Jay Da Silva for Barisic, who does tend to tire quite quickly in big games. Jay Da Silva will come on and get a little run around, and I can't really see anyone else where we can make an impact sub. Barry Mackay could maybe come on for Antonio Marin, but he's not in the same league really. As Solomon bursts in the box here, it's fall for Isaac. It's not gone in. Get the pass off. Good lad. We rebuild. Antonio Marin. Go! Get in! Come on! I forgot to breathe and celebrate in there. It's maybe one of the ones where I needed the camera so you could actually see it. I literally cannot get my breath back. I celebrated and forgot to breathe. Marin with the header. Pops it right in the back of the net. 1-0. 82 minutes played. It's actually just clever recycling. Jay Da Silva's ball here is pretty decent. Marin rises up. His defender just kind of ignores it. Maybe doesn't know he's there. And it's in the back of the net. 1-0 to us. We're going to bring Marin off just for a time-wasting sub. Bringing on Barry Mackay. He loves the Scottish Cup final against Celtic as well. So that's always good. So Barry Mackay coming on. Just wasting a bit of time at the end. Hopefully we can see this out. Tavernier with a a free kick in the corner. It's cleared away. Arfield's got to be on the ball here. He's just slowly cruising up to it while the defender's charging out. Casey Palmer, the net broke there. Don't know if it was shot in the replay, but watch that back. The net broke in that bottom right hand corner. Casey Palmer put this game on beyond doubt. He's here for another season. That's one way to celebrate scoring the winner in the Scottish Cup final. Watch the bottom of the net here. Up it goes, away it goes, and back again. Casey Palmer breaking the net in Football Manager 2019 to win the Scottish Cup final. I don't even know which round we're going into in the Europa League qualifiers either, which it's a bit of a pain in the bum because you end up getting some team from Spain or England in those playoff games a lot of the time, holding back to McCrory, to his brother Ross and Tavernier. Just keep playing keep ball now. It's going to be 4 wins Oh, it's Isaac, we're not finished yet. It's going to be 4 wins out of a possible 6 against Celtic. Just 1 defeat. 2 cup finals, 1 defeat at Parkhead and a draw at Parkhead. It's been a good season against on a head-to-head record, but in terms of the league, it's not been quite good enough against the smaller teams. But Isaac ran through. He's our top goal scorer for the season with 18 goals. You know, as much as 18 goals is good, overall competitions, it's not quite what I want from our strikers. Casey Palmer takes a free kick straight at Livakovic. It's probably going to end this game. We're a minute over the allotted time. And he's launching it forward, and that is it all over. We are the champions of the Scottish Cup, that is. We've got ourselves a double cup winning season. Didn't quite manage the league, but do you know what? It's been a fairly good season overall. Given the strength of their team to take 2 trophies and only be 6 points behind, I think it's a fairly good season, and to have beat them 4 times as well. It says something for this team, and this team is getting better. And I'm excited that we've got Casey Palmer for another season, because his contract's up at the end of next season. And that could mean we could get him for free. I'm really hoping that Rangers rocks up on his favoured clubs list, because he deserves it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to work out when we're coming back. We're going to come back for a Europa League qualifier at some point. Probably not the first round, depending on who we draw, of course. But hopefully I will catch you all then. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll hopefully catch you all next time.